Hey everybody, the Bong is here, ready to give you a brand new Let's Play. Golden Sun Dark Dawn for the Nintendo DS. And this is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Alright, this Let's Play was actually supposed to start on June 29th. But recording it on Desmoom, the sound was very stuttery. And sometimes it would auto-adjust, which was not good. But anyway, we got that resolved because now I'm just borrowing the capture card. And after fiddling around with so many settings, it turns out the game runs better when it's being recorded rather than not. I don't know why. Huh, I still have my old save file. I'll try not to look at that too much to avoid spoilers. Let's get started, shall we? And as usual, you can only enter the name for the character you're currently controlling. So we'll play as Matthew still. Hopefully it comes out really good. Long ago, the ancients of Weyard discovered the secrets of alchemy. They found that all life in Weyard was based on the four elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. To hell with heart. Sorry, Mati. They used their knowledge of alchemy to forge a dazzling civilization from the elements, and the ancients made their wildest dreams come true. If it does stutter a bit, I do apologize, but this was the best I could do. And then began the nightmare of alchemy. Abuses of alchemy threatened to tear apart their entire civilization, so the ancients did the unthinkable. They sealed away the power of alchemy so no one could use it. Civilization was saved, but the physical world itself began to die a slow death. For the ancients didn't realize that alchemy is what held Weyard together. Without the force of alchemy, lands went barren, seas went dry, and the planet began to crumble. And civilization itself fell into the darkest of ages that came before its final, fatal extinction. The ancients had sealed away alchemy to save civilization, but they had doomed Weyard. Like, this is just like going over the events of the first two games. But while the oceans churned and life on the continent slid slowly toward oblivion over the eons, a legend was kept alive that held the key to Weyard's survival. If 4 elemental lighthouses could be ignited, their energy would trigger the Golden Sun event over Weyard. The Golden Sun would unleash the force of alchemy, saving the world. 30 years ago, a group of heroes did save the world with the Golden Sun, but now a shadowy threat is spreading. Yeah, this was the team that was involved in the first two games as well, Camelot. Beam me up, Scotty. I'll keep fiddling around with it until I can get it better. But, I mean, I'm doing the best I can. Look at that bird. Looking to go. It has been 30 years since the Golden Sun event over Weyard. The world was saved. And changed. 8 heroes took part in the quest to light the elemental lighthouses. Originally, they tried to stop it from being lit. But then things changed. 4 of these brave warriors were from the town of Vale. The Warriors of Vale, as they are now known throughout Weyard, are praised and blamed for their efforts. They had long lived at the foot of Mount Aleph, home to a people charged with a sacred duty from the ancients. That was to protect Soul Sanctum, where the forbidden keys to the elemental lighthouses were hidden. It was also home to the godlike Wise One who protected Weyard. Oh, sorry about that, I had to close down Chrome. Vale kept his sanctum secrets for generations, ever vigilant against the return of alchemy. But the warriors of Vale were among those who pursued the forbidden return of its power. Because of their courage, the world of Weyard was saved 30 years ago. But while Weyard was saved, the new dawn of alchemy has been anything but bright. For while alchemy brings life, it has also unleashed chaos. When the Golden Sun event happened, raw power exploded from the sky above Mount Aleph. Mount Aleph was largely destroyed by the explosion, and not a trace remains of the peaceful village of Vale. The planet itself is still caught in the violent throes of rebirth. Natural disasters continue to torment the people of Weyard. But their survivors live on, driven to new desperation. And the good people of Vale, though forced to resettle, continue their sacred vigil. They persist in their duty to Soul Sanctum at Mount Aleph, or at least what remains of it. Two survivors live near the crater where Vale once was. The area rocks with eruptions, but still they watch Mount Aleph from the newly upheaved Goma Plateau. This game is known for like a hell of a lot of story, but also really good music. They are Isaac and Garet, two of the warriors of Vale. These men, praised and blamed for the dawn of this new day, study the after effects of the Golden Sun carefully. And from their lookout cabin, Isaac and Garet also train their children to be powerful warriors. For this world will soon need a new generation to face the darkness of this new dawn. Oh man, I can't wait to get this game going. Even though it's been years since I last played my old save file, this should be fun. Yeah, you're not going to be using much of the top screen unless to review your current stats. But it does have other uses too. What a relief to have that journey behind us. Let's just drop our packs here, son. Hope you didn't hear the Discord there. I'm gonna have to mute that. You're getting stronger, Matthew. That will serve you well. Oh god, you're actually gonna be seeing this, aren't you? Since life here at our cabin isn't easy. Yeah, apparently if you find terms, you can press like the R button or the L button to review them. So if I press the L button, you can actually see what Matthew is. This young man is a promising Earth adept, just like his father was when he started his adventures 30 years ago. And just like Isaac, who led the famous warriors of Vale, Matthew is a person of few words but strong convictions. But that's enough work for now. Let's call it a day. Yeah, Matthew really looks like Isaac when he was a kid. The view of Mount Aleph today is spectacular. What a shame things can't always stay like this. This mountain, home to Soul Sanctum, was mostly destroyed when the Golden Sun effect exploded above it. The mountain once stood over the town of Vale, which was obliterated by that cataclysmic event 30 years ago. The explosive Golden Sun event all those years ago brought the life-giving power of alchemy back to the world. Alchemy, the force of the four elemental powers and the study of how they combine to create reality, is known as alchemy. The ancients sealed away the force of alchemy, and the warriors of Vale went on their Golden Sun quest to restore alchemy. Good thing I have a stylus with this. Golden Sun. This powerful explosion happened above Mount Aleph 30 years ago, releasing elemental energy throughout Weyard. Though the Golden Sun event brought the dying world back to life, the magnitude of the power released has caused disasters. We were the ones who saved our world from destruction by doing so, but the Golden Sun also brought chaos. Though our world has been reborn, people are desperate, and they're driven to fight like animals. And while civilization is ruled by chaos, the land is rocked by eruptions that explode outward from Mount Aleph. All of our continent of Angara, even all of Weyard itself, has changed so violently, I fear I know why. Angara is this continent in Upper Weyard. It is divided by long mountain ranges that make travel between its regions difficult. The northern side of Angara is cold, while the southern part is very dry. Mount Aleph and the Goma Plateau are in the west. Weyard is a flat, disc-like planet composed of 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. The elemental forces of alchemy, once sealed away, have returned to Weyard, bringing new life, but also destruction. All of this chaos comes to the re-emergence of alchemy. The key to understanding alchemy is at Mount Aleph, within that place where it all began, Sol Sanctum. This ancient temple hidden in Mount Aleph was said to be the birthplace of alchemy and the repository for the elemental stars. After the stars were used to start the elemental lighthouses, creating the Golden Sun, the resulting havoc ruined the temple. I appeal to you, wise one, who watches over all Weyard. This absolute being looks like a floating boulder with one central eye. He watches over Weyard and holds unimaginable power. The wise one is now known to be what the ancients called a philosopher's stone, or sorcerer's stone outside of Canada. A creature they forged through alchemy. That was a Harry Potter joke. Have mercy on us, or give some sign of what we must do next to save our world from chaos. Ah, there you go again, Isaac. Wise one this, wise one that. Isaac, this Earth adept left his hometown of Vale over 30 years ago, and returned to find it destroyed by the Golden Sun event. He lives in a cabin that looks upon distant Mount Aleph, where he trains his son, Matthew, in the use of synergy. He also had to avoid his mom. Look, wringing our hands and invoking the name of that godlike hunk of rock isn't going to help matters anyway. We did what we had to do to save Weyard. We released alchemy. Now its sheer force is out of control. I know, Garet. That's why we must learn more about the synergy vortexes. This old friend of Isaac's fought alongside him as a warrior of Vale in the events leading to the Golden Sun phenomenon. He is Tyrell's father, and a fire adept just like his son. He lives near Mount Aleph, helping Isaac monitor the area. What about the synergy vortexes? These are distortions in space that suck the elemental energy out of the world and from adepts. They're thought to be an after effect caused by the Golden Sun event. These vortexes have come in the wake of the Golden Sun event, and they are tied to the deadly morning moon. This immense synergy vortex once unleashed unimaginable destruction in the center of Angara. The misery it caused was so widespread, it became known as the morning moon. Fortunately, our old friend Ivan has made that a whole lot easier by building us the Soarwing. This warrior of Vale traveled with Isaac during their quest 30 years ago. He now lives in the nearby land of Calais. He and his daughter, Karis, are wind adepts, descendants of the Animos, an old civilization thought long gone. The Soarwing is a remarkable invention that allows its wearer to glide upon the winds. Soarwings are hard to make and so are quite rare. I know you guys are getting annoyed by a lot of the Encyclopedia entries, but there tends to be a lot in the first part, and then later on they start to peter out. Now we can quickly fly in search of synergy vortexes as they pop up around the Vale area. This village lay at the foot of Mount Aleph until the Golden Sun event, when Aleph exploded, devastating the area. The people of Vale have settled elsewhere, with most making their home around the new Goma Plateau and the Goma Mountains. More importantly, we can fly over the impassable terrain around Mount Aleph to reach Sol Sanctum. I wonder if the Wise One is even in Sol Sanctum anymore, given all the eruptions nearby. Then again, he's not flesh and bone like blood like us, so maybe all this doesn't even bother him. That's all the more reason we should take Soarwing lessons from Karis. This young wind adept has long known Matthew and Tyrell, often visiting them at their Goma Plateau cabin. Her father, Ivan, was a warrior of Vale. She has inherited her father's indomitable spirit and powers of observation. She's every bit as disciplined as her father, so we couldn't be in better hands. Get off the roof, Tyrell! Tyrell is a young man as a fire adept, following in the footsteps of his father, Garet. He has a reputation for being a troublemaker, but Matthew is still proud to call him his best friend. Only under duress. I'll be down before anyone knows it, Karis. Don't be stupid, Tyrell. It's slippery up here after last night's storm. Oh, you can fall, for all I care, but don't break the Soarwing. Don't be so uptight, Karis. I've got it under control. That fool son... Oh. You can use the emotion menu to communicate what you think. Smiling face to respond in a glad, easygoing way. Gleeful face to show that you're feeling positive, even gutsy. Sad face to show that you're feeling glum or troubled. Angry face to respond with irritation. That fool of son of mine has taken out Ivan's Soarwing. It breaks my heart too. He's 16, but Tyrell still acts like a brat. We've got to get that Soarwing from Tyrell before he breaks it. I feel like how you respond with emotions doesn't matter too much. It just affects what kind of dialogue you get. But it tends to result to the same outcomes. Just in time, Matthew. You're a sensible kid. See if you can stop that blockhead. He has the same shaped head as you do. Get over there, Matthew. Talk Tyrell down. Okay. You can't be happy-go-lucky at a time like this. Go get him down, Matthew. Alright, I will push him off the roof. Don't come any closer, Matthew. I told Karis I only want to take the Soarwing out for a quick spin, but she wouldn't let me. She was concerned for your safety, Tyrell. Flying it without proper instruction is too dangerous. Even a wind adept needs special training to fly a Soarwing. You can't possibly pilot it yet. Come on, how hard can it be? I mean, you just jump into the wind and act like a bird. What? That's bird brain, son. You're gonna drop like a rock into the valley below. You're wrong. You just don't have any faith in me, Dad. And I'm fed up with people not taking me seriously. He's going to do it. There must be something we can do to stop him. He's beyond reason. Our only chance is to render the Soarwing useless before he takes off. I'm not scared. Not scared at all. If you take off, you won't be able to return here to the plateau. You'll drop toward the forest below. This is great, but wait, I really am dropping lower. Oh, now he gets it. You don't have the synergy to maintain altitude, Tyrell. Oops, I meant to click that and it didn't work. But Dad and Isaac have the power to fly it. They're extremely skilled adepts, that's why. Those who can use synergy are known as adepts. Adepts are the rare descendants of an ancient culture that has long since passed. Wind adepts are especially rare. But you're not, Karis. You're an apprentice adept just like me. But I'm a wind adept. I'm already used to controlling the wind. Yeah, it's true. I'm dropping lower. Spiraling faster. Help! What a disaster. Tyrell won't last that long down in the forest. It's too dangerous. Yay. You're right. It won't help if we panic. We need to think. I've got it. He can fly over the forest valley, then land at the cave. That's his only shot at surviving. I better tell him. Quickly. Listen, Tyrell! Help me! You're already too low to make it back up here. Yeah, you're right. What can I do? Fly to the far side of the forest. There's a small peak there. I'm falling too fast. I can't get there, Isaac. I hope you're right about this, Isaac. This is no time to doubt yourself. You said you could fly, so fly. Fly to the cave, then take cover. We'll get to you as soon as we can. You can do it. What? Tough it out? Okay. Can do, Matthew. See you there. Just go already. Don't waste another second, Tyrell. You'll all come and find me. Promise? You're my son. I won't leave you to the wolves. Now get going. Fine. I'll head out. But you better come get me, or else. And he's dead. He's doing it. He's gone. I hope Tyrell can make it to the other side of the forest. Hear that, Garet? Matthew believes in him. You should too. You have to let Matthew and me go with you. I'm worried about my father's Soarwing. It's so incredibly difficult to make them. We know how valuable the Soarwing is, but... And I feel responsible for Tyrell, too. If I'd only kept better watch over the Soarwing... Nonsense! My son is always acting like a fool. You're not to blame. Garet, we should take them along. You can't be serious. They're just kids. I'm dead serious. They're willing to brave the forest below to help Tyrell. They have every reason to just let us take care of this, but they want to help. This is what we've been training our children for, assuming their duty to look after the world. Well, no offense to the kids, but they're gonna slow us down. Tyrell is all alone down there. We can hear you. Tyrell is more resourceful than you give him credit for. He can fend for himself until we reach him. If you say so, Isaac. I'm gonna give Tyrell such an earful for taking the Soarwing. My, what fire you've got in you for a wind adept, Karis. Good. You'll need it out there. Now you both should get a move on if you want to come along. Head inside the cabin. Gear up, then meet us at the bridge to the east. Gear up quickly. We need to be on our way. Alright, let's go. Oh, I want to get that chest. Are you ready yet, Matthew? Isaac asked me to give something to you. Force tutorial. I can just press the X button or that icon over there in the lower right. And you have to go to, like, the items menu. Select your character. Select your equipment. Equip the equipment. And there you go. Now find the rest of your gear. Then equip your weapon and armor. Hurry! We need to rescue Tyrell. Okay. One more thing. You should save your progress in the travelogue menu now and then. Watch how I do it. I don't want to watch how you do it. I can do it myself. By the way, the travelogue is the second option. And it's a good thing she doesn't just overwrite your save file. It's good to know they thought that through. Isaac says it's important to save frequently, so best that you get in the habit. Don't tell me what to do. You can open chests with the A button, and you can also interact with a lot of things. Isaac's diary. It's been 10 years since the last morning moon, so the nightmare is due to return soon. The world must be ready. We must be ready. The morning moon is coming. Alright, let me go to my items and equip my short sword. And you can see the details up there. So apparently when you have weapon skill, you have an unleash called Critical Strike. So the more you use your weapon, just by making contact, the higher the skill gets. And if your skill is max, you're more likely to use your unleash. And I think your stats go up with that too? So that's actually pretty cool that it does that. You can press the Y1 button to view your minimap, or you can go in here just to see your stats. Anything in this barrel? Unremarkable and empty. It didn't look that empty to me. Traveling with synergy. People without powers can't get very far through the wilderness, but we adepts can. Synergy is controlling the elements with the mind. Those who use synergy are called adepts, masters over earth, wind, fire, and water. Many effects are possible through the use of synergy. Adepts can use synergy to remove obstacles and make paths while traveling. So use move synergy to clear rocks. Yeah, it's just earth-based. And then you have growth, which is also earth-based, but for planting vines. Whenever you think you can't go forward, think about how your current synergy could be the key to the situation. Ooh, we got Sun Saga 1. This probably just gives like a little bit of backstory. So we can read it right now. The saga of the Golden Sun begins long before the transformative event happening over Mount Aleph in the village of Vale. The relics that could release the Golden Sun were hidden in a temple known as Soul Sanctum. Oh, that's Isaac's old house. Then came the day that the villagers Garet, Isaac, and Jenna set out to meet the local scholar of alchemy. Creighton was his name. They stumbled across strangers in the shadows who desired to possess the relics of the temple. Menardi and Satiros. They rushed to find the scholar Creighton, who said they had to find out his soul sanctum had been breached. Though only priests were allowed inside, Creighton and his friends dared to enter the temple to find out the truth. By the way, the dialogue is going on its own. The traps they found within the temple should have scared them away, but its mysteries lured them ever deeper. But what they truly couldn't resist was the spirit of adventure. Their final destination took them to the heart of the mountain where the relics of the temple had been hidden. Their moment of wonder was interrupted by the arrival of thieving fiends. They duped Creighton into solving the temple's riddles for them. Felix was with them too. Their guide was Felix, none other than Jenna's brother, who had thought drowned during a storm in Vale 3 years earlier. The thieves stole Jenna and Creighton away. And then stole the legendary relics from Soul Sanctum, the elemental stars. Isaac and Garet were left to fend for themselves inside the relic chamber. Their exit was cut off. They couldn't leave the chamber. The mountain began to shake angrily, awoken by the loss of the elemental relics. Magma began to bubble and gush. Mount Aleph was, in truth, a slumbering volcano. Isaac and Garet were trapped. Just then, the Protector of Soul Sanctum appeared. The godlike wise one had come to their rescue. Yay, let's shuffle so we can be saved. The wise one explained that a nightmare had been put into motion by the theft of the elemental stars. 4 lighthouses, which had sealed away the apocalyptic power of alchemy, could not be powered back up. The lighthouses could be reignited with their matching elemental stars, unleashing alchemy upon the world. After telling of ancient catastrophes averted, and a new one soon to begin, the Wise One teleported Isaac and Garet safely out of the mountain, back up to the temple entrance. They were saved from the volcanic wrath of Mount Aleph. And there we go. Everything is kept tidy. Good. Is that another note there? No, apparently that's not a note. Just an empty pot. Alright. Anything upstairs that I can get? There's something. Hey, it's some padded gloves. I will equip those now. And you know what? This is actually a good time to save. So, I'm going to end the episode here, and in the next part, we will set on out to save Tyrell. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.